What is up, everybody? Hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to a topic I think I'll be talking about for a long time, especially when it comes time for the late part of 2019 as well as 2020. That being the continuous struggles with players, content creators, anyone within an organization inside Fortnite, whether or not they are young or just being a bit dumb from time to time. We have seen several organizations struggle with their talent. I think FaZe Clan, though, have struggled more than anyone else out there. It's not even close. I will list off all of the examples of Fortnite players or content creators who have had very serious issues over the past year alone. Now, let me also preface by saying, yes, I'm a huge fan of FaZe. They do a lot of things great out there. In terms of management, though, or some side of oversight, they might be missing out on when it comes time for looking out for their creators and their players. And they're also not the only ones who have struggled with this, right? You can think right off the top of the head of many organizations in Fortnite who have struggled with their players, especially those who have been very young, making some very stupid mistakes. LG, E11, you think of SV, the Asian organization who no one really talks about. They had multiple cheaters. You think of Ghost, you think of TSM. These are organizations that have all had problems with Fortnite players, but it does continue, I would say, most immensely with a group like FaZe Clan, and it does beg the question, what exactly are they doing or are not doing that causes all these issues? So when it comes to kind of reeling out the list for all of you guys, of course, most prominently, that's going to be Tfue. Now, with this, how highly debatable it is on each side of things, let's just say Tfue is the biggest case of 2019. Whether or not he pays FaZe or FaZe pays him, he'll be trying to leave the organization once that lawsuit does close. That was issue number one. Now, following this, but actually established before it, that's going to be Cloakzy, who does hang on to the fact he wanted to leave FaZe Clan before Turner and his issues did arise. Ever since, and if you guys missed that case where Turner was trying to leave FaZe Clan made a tweet saying they were trying to help him find new organizations. He then took to stream to call them out and said they were all lying, and now he's a restricted free agent. He cannot sign anywhere or leave FaZe Clan for free, and I know that's an issue, but obviously that's how contracts work. Those are two big cases, but it only continued throughout 2019. And then, of course, we have H1ghsky, the underage signee of FaZe Clan, who was signed at 11 years old, is currently 12 years old. And yes, I know a lot of FaZe fans out there are probably going to hate me for this. I like to have a neutral standpoint on a lot of things out there. It might be cool to you guys how FaZe Clan can break the rules and, of course, break the law. They lie to Twitch. They lie to Epic Games, as he did stream and compete as well in Fortnite. And I know he'll have a big blow up once he does turn 13. He's still been doing his own thing. But obviously, once he becomes of a legal age to compete again, and of course, to stream again back on Twitch, I know he'll have a huge blow up. I know he'll have a very successful future thanks to FaZe Clan, but that's still a very much wrongdoing that we very clearly do not see other organizations trying to sign underage employees or underage content creators and players out there. Following that suit, we have Faze Sway. Kind of follows right in the line of a very cool guy. You know, Faze is cool, Sway is cool, so no one thinks him cheating in a Fortnite Cash Cup was that big of a deal. He served a supposed 2-week ban for doing so, and still, you know, along those lines, though, he's young, he's learning. Hopefully in the future he learns not to cheat, and along those same lines, I'm not trying to say what he did was okay, but apparently based off rumors, he's not the only one out there who has been cheating and teaming a lot inside Fortnite events, but still a wrongdoing nonetheless. Obviously the biggest case and the fifth case around FaZe Clan and their Fortnite team alone, right? They don't have too many esports teams out there. Fortnite probably their biggest in terms of content creation and players out there. The fifth case alone, everyone knows about it by now. That's the Faze Jarvis ban, who actually did cheat, used a third-party service and aimbot to cheat in Fortnite, and now is a lifetime ban. That's 5 cases, and I'm still not even done. Because then it brings us to our 6th case, and most recently, I would say a very serious one at that, where we've had no response about this. I really do think Epic Games should investigate this. Will they is an entirely different question, because Epic Games, they just love not really doing things the way you want them. That's going to be all around. Yes, Mongraal, who is also now being accused of stream sniping with another FaZe member. That's the FaZe Clan coach, Destiny's Jesus. If you guys did not see the Deserto article about this, we had a video about this. Yet another stream sniping teaming incident during FNCS this past weekend. Now Mongraal's been accused, I would say, with some evidence, not substantial evidence, but not too lacking in evidence either, of blatantly asking Destiny Jesus for callouts, and that would be stream sniping other teams out there, and yet no further response from any party out there on this. An accusation and likely still a wrongdoing, and yes, it might not come up to anything, but it's still an issue with one of your players where management is some sort of oversight of what to do and what not to do with your players. And then moving on, I guess we could have number 7, number 8 be EightHill alongside FunkBomb, although with them, it was kind of, to me, a mishap. It was one one of the first instances we saw of stream sniping. If you guys remember back in the day when that call out was made, I thought it was a mishap. Epic Games actually did respond to that one and handed out punishments. They have served their time ever since then, but it's still very crazy to me. No one else is talking about whether it's mismanagement, whether it's players being too young and obviously in some cases too dumb to know better. And yes, they are a very young team, or at least some of these guys are. And yes, you might be able to write off one of these as a mishap or a mistake, or it won't happen again. But 8 different FaZe Fortnite members all having issues. No other organization has this number of issues all within a single esport. I thought it was very peculiar. And again, I'm a FaZe fan. They do a lot of things great, but it'd be dumb of me to say that nothing is going on here, or no misleadings or no wrongdoings are going on, to allow this many things to happen all within under one organizational roof. It's just another reason why by the time I actually end this year here on this channel, I'm going to have a new video out there, whether I call it, you know, FaZe the controversial kings of esports or FaZe the bad boys of esports. This just adds to that. None of these cases I would say are too poor, you know, too bad. Obviously, some organizations out there have fielded some very terrible people. These are kind of smaller mishaps in their own little thing, but when you add up 8 small mishaps, it becomes one big issue that no one's really talking about. And I know what you guys think about that. All you FaZe fans, what do you think about this? And hopefully all these players who have been involved, they just learn, they grow up, and hopefully get better as time goes on. Until next time, I hope you guys all enjoy breaking down FaZe news, esports news, gaming news here all day long, every single day. Until next time, take care. I'll see you guys back here sometime soon.